As you can see here, it's nothing left. Just got all the pieces here. Got the tank, the controller, drains, all that in my inventory. And I've also been working on my underground base. Did a lot of caving as well, as you can see. Lots of ores, as well as lots of cobblestone. So let's go over to this new base area that I've got over here. It's marked by this O. And I will show you. Eat a little bit first. And I will show you where my underground base is going to be at. So I just made this little cobblestone bridge that connects down to this tunnel. And when I built it, I just kind of put these signs here. It's titled the Underbase, but I'm sure that's going to be changed really quickly. And this is what I've been doing, or where I've been at so far. So this is about one chunk wide by, or it's one chunk by one chunk, so 16 by 16. So I plan on making this, this will be another chunk that way, another chunk that way, and another chunk right in the corner over there. So it'll be a 4-chunk base, and each chunk is going to serve a different purpose. So this chunk's purpose is basically going to be the smeltery area, where I'm going to be smelting down minerals and doubling ores and all that. So for that, what I need to do is figure out where the center point is. So this is 16 by 16, so I need to keep that in mind. Right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. Okay, this looks like it's going to be the center point right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Right. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So now I'm just going to fill these in right now. Eventually I'll change this flooring to something different. So anyways, this area right here is where I'm going to be putting the smeltery. So right in the center of the chunk. Right, so let me get out the smeltery blocks, the seared bricks, and just rebuild it. So it was controller, and if I were to enter it, I would probably put it, I'll put it, yeah, this side, oh whoops, this side seems to work best for me. I'll put the controller, tank 1, and then tank 2. Right, then on this side I'll have drain 1, drain 2, and eventually I'll fill these in with more drains. I'll have another drain here, another drain there, another drain here, and another drain there. But for now they'll just be filled in with seared brick. And then I'm going to have one casting basin on this side with a seared faucet, and then a casting table on this side with a seared faucet. And then I'm also going to go ahead and put this ingot cast right in back in. Right, so now just to fill it back in. And then as time goes on, I will mine out this top roof area so I can get more space. But this is it so far. I like it. But yeah, as this thing slowly gets taller and taller, I'll break open the roof. And I should actually probably go ahead and do that now. So, 1, 2, 3, just to save me the trouble for having to do it later on. I won't have to break open the smeltery and do that then. So, that saved me a little bit of time. I'm sure a good bit of it fell into the smeltery. Not surprised. Alrighty. But I got all that figured out. Smeltery has been put back in place. Gonna fix the flooring here. Put some more of these cobblestone panels, or dark panels, whatever they're called. Yeah, I actually like that. And I'll fill in this roof. I'm actually gonna raise the roof up one more because 3 is just kind of small. And yeah, off camera I'll mine out the tunnel a lot more, make it much more versatile. So now, while that's going to be going on, I think that I should probably get started moving all of my stuff back over here and getting started in building a dedicated chest area so I can keep all my stuff in order. First things first, I want to make a new tool, and I left all of the resources to make that tool back at the old base. So we're going to sprint back to the base, I'm going to get my cobalt, and we're going to make what is known as a lumberjack's axe. Lumber axe? Felling axe? I can't remember. But it is an axe, and basically what it does is it means that I can come over to a tree, hit it from the bottom, and it'll knock the entire tree down. It takes out all the leaves as well, so it saves me a lot of time. And I can get rid of the wooden, or the stone hatchet that I have on me, and save me a lot of trouble. So let me see. Okay, I need cobalt, and I think I need plates as well. Probably going to need some more slime crystals as well. Let's just see here. So this uses a tough rod, a tough binding, 1 plate, and then an axe head thing. So, don't have any. Okay, I have enough for 2 slime crystals. Tough rod. What can you make tough bindings out of, I wonder? Tough binding. Can you make slime tough bindings? Yes, you can. But I don't exactly know how much a tough binding requires. I need stencils, don't I? Yes. For that, I'm going to need wood, and there's wood in this chest. Not enough. Or not a lot, but enough, hopefully, to make the stencils. So get some stencils. Or blank patterns. Right, I'll just stick those in there. I'm gonna need tough rod, or tough binding, and then an axe head, or a broad axe head. Alrighty, so, I'm gonna need to melt down a piece of aluminum brass to make the cast for this. Oh no, that's all at the old smeltery, so I'll just move it all whenever I go to do that thing. Let me see here. So this requires 8. So I have enough cobalt to do that. It's not a big deal. Tough binding tough rod requires 3. Alright, so I'm basically going to need 6 slime crystals, which means 4 times 6 is 24. I already have enough for 2. 24 minus 8, which means 16 slime balls, blue slime balls. That's very expensive, but I'm sure we can make it happen. And then I won't have to worry about that. I'm gonna have to do a broad axe head cast. I'm gonna need to take the plate cast with me. That's about it. So let's run over to the slime islands, see if we can get some more slime balls. I'll just cut through that. So I've got all of these slime balls, 28 gelatinous slime, and now I'm basically just going to be running back over to the workshop, and from there we'll craft the tool rod, or the tough rod I mean. God, these are neat. The tough rod, as well as the tough binding, that's what it's called. I don't know why these don't despawn. It's kind of alarming. Probably worry about that. I don't know. I need slime dirt. I'm going to need quite a bit of it. So I'm going to gather about a good bit of dirt. 10. Should be fine. Right, now sand. Alrighty, so now we just craft it all into slime mud. Bam, bam, and 7. Okay, I only need 6. There we go. Alrighty, slimy mud. Got 6. And we'll just smelt all that into a furnace and wait for that to finish. So all the slime crystals are done smelting. I'll go ahead and convert them into the tough rod, and the tough binding. So 3 and 3, bam, bam, tough rod, tough binding. I'm not going to need those anymore. I'm not going to need that anymore. Got that. Do I have my piece of aluminum brass as well as a bit of iron? I'm going to take all the lava with me. Now we're just going to run all the way back to the base. And then craft this tool. I'll get what I need to craft it. From there, it's starting to rain. Not a big deal. Craft the tool, and then I'll go cut down a bunch of trees to make lots of wood, so that way I can have a chest room. It's basically what I'm trying to do, with just loads and loads of chests. And from there, I'll probably get started clearing out some more of this area, or some more of this underground base, so I can start working with some machines. But I keep forgetting the controllers on this side, so melt that down. And I need, was it 8? I only need 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Smelt all those down. Pop that out. Throw that in. Actually, I need to make the cast first. So pop that in. And then as well, go ahead and start melting down that cobalt. How much lava is in there? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and refill the lava. And now we are good to go. So the aluminum brass is ready. Go ahead and make the cast. Cool. I need like a garbage disposal. Now there's an actual trash can that you can build. Alright, the iron is on its way. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the cast out and replace it with the large plate. So I can go ahead and get that going. Alright. Make the plate. I could make the plate out of ardite, but I don't see why, considering iron plates are just fine. Right, and that leaves cobalt. Got the iron plate. Stick that in there. Cobalt. Alright, and now basically I'm going to integrate the tool forge. I'm going to make a bunch of them, so I'm going to make one there. Basically I'm just going to be making a floor, or this little pathway out of tool forges. It's going to be very expensive, but it's going to look really cool. And now we make the felling axe, I believe is what it's called. Lumber axe, sorry. So plate, whoops, axe. Rod. Alright, and we'll name it oh wait, I gotta click on it. Axe searing lumber. Axe of searing lumber. I like it. The axe of searing lumber. Okay, that's getting kind of annoying. While I'm here, might as well go ahead and do this to go ahead and make it a moss. Oh, that only 8. There it is. Don't even have a crafting table down here. That's fine. I know I have one up there. So I'm gonna run up here, throw some moss on it, and then we're gonna go mine, or go basically farm tons and tons of wood for a couple hours. Just kidding. Just to get enough wood to get going with my project. So, make the ball of moss. Now let's go knock down a bunch of trees. We'll start out with this one, and I'll show you. Bam! Just like that, decimates them. I basically just want to knock down this entire forest for no other reason except I want nothing to do with trees in this forest. I want this to basically be a rubber tree forest. Eventually, once I get a forestry multi-farm going, I can just create tons and tons of trees, but I don't have that yet. I don't even have any machines yet, even though I could totally get started. So, that's about where we're at right now. Maybe within the next few adventures we will get started on our machine relays, getting all that set up. I plan on establishing a strip mine pretty soon. You can already see I almost have a stack of wood after only a couple minutes. But yeah, I'll get an established strip mine going so that I can just mine straight, get tons and tons of resources. Yes. And that'll save me a lot of time because I won't have to go caving as often. I'll just go to the strip mine while off camera, get tons and tons of the stuff that I need. And yeah, so I'm pretty much set up to get tons of wood. And I'm probably going to go clear out some more of the base, make some more room for our chests. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Find out a ton, done a lot of digging out using the hammer, the wooth rod. And yeah, I discovered that there's this cave in here, and I'm really interested in going and checking that out. I don't exactly need resources, but I feel like it would be neat to just go through, take a look at everything. There's a huge thing of aluminum ore berry, as well as some copper over there. But my main focus right now is to try and get everything in here set up. And I found that I actually really like the look of these marble bricks. Not this side, but the top side. So I'm thinking I may do a type of flooring with these bricks. It's just food for thought. Running furnace on an oak sapling, of course. But yeah, things are going pretty well. I've knocked the ceiling up by 1 block, and I'll probably get around to doing that eventually. But I've pretty much cleared out this chunk here and that chunk over there for use, and I'm going to be getting started with this chunk, setting it up for chests, because I need to start storing some things. But first, this thing is going to annoy me. Come here. It's gonna happen. It's time to die. Where? You bastard. Where? Stop running. Whatever, I'm not gonna mess around with it. First, I want to craft my next, probably my last tool in my Tinker's Construct toolkit, which is an excavator, I believe. Excavator? I don't know, but it essentially makes it so you mine dirt in a 3x3 formation. It's essentially a hammer, but with soil and things like that. So I'm gonna have to run back to the old workshop, get the parts and all that. That's probably not going to be happening this episode because I still have to go and get more slime balls for that. So, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to go do that now, but with the rest of the time that I have, I kind of want to get started crafting some machines. Nothing big, just get started with crafting a little bit of a power system. And I really want to move my chests, these 2 chests here that are filled with materials. I kind of want to get those moved into the new base. So I'm going to need these. Oh, there are patterns in there. There's going to be patterns in here as well. Yep, that's fine. So, this served me well, but I've pretty much cleared it out for the most part. So I don't have much use for it anymore. Yeah, alright, I will come back and move all the gear later. For now, I'm just going to run back to the base and just set up basically just a small little chest area so I can have just mass storage for now. Eventually I'll get everything set up into an applied energistics network with a huge storage cell, so I won't have to worry about chests, but this is just going to be miscellaneous storage for now. Storing everything that I don't need, and I've kind of been sorting out a lot of the chests in near the smeltery. So on this side I've got crafting stations, while over here I've got chests, and this one is filled with materials. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those materials in there. Right, and eventually I'll go about patching the wall up. You can see there's ores and there's holes over there. So eventually I'll get around to patching those up, but for now, not quite. So let's do 12. It's going to be quite a lot of chests. And we just turn that into chests, make 6 chests, so 3 double chests. And since I get this whole chunk to work with, which means knocking around here, next line there. Right, I'll start in this corner. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just like that. And I'm not going to label these or anything, I'm just going to throw whatever I don't need in there. Miscellaneous storage. Well, I'm actually going to use this ingot cast, because I don't need to have an axe head cast. Alright, and I built a trash can, so I can just throw away things I don't need. But, throw the lava in there. Apples. Yep. Alrighty, let's get to work creating a generator. Oh, I also am going to be putting all of my, like, important machines over on this chunk, this, right chunk over here. Turned all of this into bricks, as you can see, but yeah. This chunk is going to be dedicated to just basic machines, electric furnaces, and all that. So, there's still a lot of work to be done, but I feel like we're making quite a wave, and probably within the next few adventures or so, I will have patched up these holes and replaced the flooring with some marble bricks or whatever else I feel is suitable for a laboratory factory type setup. So, anyways, let's get started by crafting a generator. I'm going to be building a survivalist generator, and I need redstone, which is one of the things I don't actually have on hand, which is a problem. So maybe it's a good idea that I go caving and just grab whatever I can find while I'm in there. I'm going to throw everything in there. So yeah, we'll take a little bit of a look in this cave and see if I can find anything of use to me. I'm not going to be stripping the cave or anything, but see what exactly is in here that I can use. Mainly just looking for redstone. What is that? Amber. There's not much of a use for amber considering it's a biomes of plenty ore. Alright, this probably, yeah, this just loops back. Which is not what I wanted to see. Cut back around this way. There's the base. Hem. Okay, something was over there. So far, not so good. Oh, maybe there's a lava pit around here. That would actually be really good if I got a lava pit. Okay, that cuts off. That's fine. Because there's a lava pit nearby that I actually want access into. Because so I have a feeling this cave that's on the minimap right now is below me. What did I just mine? Oh, tin. Yep, I was right. That means that... oh, lapis lazuli is good. Yeah, I used the minimap just to tell me where I'm just gonna put entry hole. Tell me where this cave was gonna be at so I can make an easy pit down to it. So yeah, this lava pit is what I'm going to be using, and there's redstone. Perfect. Yeah, I'm going to try and get a pump, which is an IC2, no, I think it's a Buildcraft machine that basically pumps liquids into a tank, and then you can utilize those liquids in the tank. I'm gonna grab this while I'm here. And then if I get it set up with lava and I hook up a piping system into it, I could possibly get a lava-based power system going. There's something. I think those are oil pits. Yeah, because you see those black pits on the minimap? Yeah. So, don't have much use for any of that. Oop. But I believe I have everything I need to craft a survivalist engine, which is one of the best early game power sources for RF. Until you get a stable lava power system or whatever you may use for your power. Don't have reactor crafts installed, so I'm not going to be building that extremely overpowered nuclear reactor that basically just gives you a gorillion units of RF per tick. So, no need for that. Anyways, let's get to work crafting this thing. So I have iron. I'll just smelt down as much as I have. So just throw all that in there. So there we go. Survivalist engine needs 2 pieces of iron, a piston, a furnace. So for that, I'll just come over here and grab some cobble. Be easier if I just hammered it. And I think that's all I need, really. I also need to get working on a branch / strip mine, because if I get one of those up and running, then I can basically, if I'm ever low on resources, I can just go mine out the branch mine and hook up a Railcraft network into that and get all that set up. I mean, it's going to take a while to get to that point, especially considering my base is still very much work in progress, but I feel like it wouldn't take forever. So let's just hope that it doesn't take too long to get to that point. Alright, so what I'm thinking is this line of chests is going to be for unrefined materials, while this is going to be for refined materials. So I refine this iron, which means I can knock it into iron ingots. Right, so survivalist engine. Oh wait, I gotta make a piston first. I don't know how to make a piston, so... Okay, perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. Really like the crafting stations because they basically hold your materials while you work. I'm going to need more cobble. There we are. Alright, now we can just make it. Furnace, piston, redstone, iron, cobble. Survivalist generator. Not an engine, generator. Don't know why I kept calling it engine, but it's a generator, and I'll just stick that right here for now. I don't have any machines to power yet, so there's not much of a use for it, but at least I have the ability to create power for now. Eventually I'll need to make a pulverizer, which gives me the ability to crush ores and stones into things that are like powders. But yeah, things are coming along very well. Probably off camera I'm going to finish mining out all of this and then getting rid of all these ores and all this gravel and replacing it with marble most likely, or whatever factory block. Let's actually take a look at some of this. So if you don't right click it, you double click it, and you basically get to see all of that mod's blocks or items or whatever have you, I mean. So there's lots of different stuff that I can definitely build with the resources that I have. So I'm thinking I might do andesite walls because I like the way that the polished andesite looks. Could do aluminum, but that's going to be extremely expensive. I don't want to waste a ton of aluminum on aesthetics when I'm still going to be needing it for lots of different things. Could use bronze. I already decided that the flooring is most likely going to be this. Oh, you can make concrete? Huh, neat. But the flooring is most definitely going to be what was I going to say? Oh, these marble bricks, because I just like the look of it. So I'll fill in all of this with marble bricks, fill in the rest with crafting stations, fill in here with furnaces, and fill in there with some tool forges. And yeah, I think I'm pretty much going to be set up for the next few adventures. So let's get to work.